Donald Trump has lashed out at Senator Chris Van Hollen from Maryland, who recently visited Kilmar Abrego Garcia in El Salvador in the only way that Trump knows how, being extremely childish and extremely petty. But before we look at that, I'm Max Lopez. This is the Blue Wave. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, let me know what you think about the story, and share with someone who is into politics. So let's head on over here to AP, where we have an article that says, Maryland Senator Van Hollen meets with Abrego Garcia in El Salvador amid court fight over U.S. return. Chris Van Hollen met with Kilmar Abrego Garcia on Tuesday evening in El Salvador, coming face to face with a wrongly deported man after 2 days in the country pushing for his release. The Democratic senator posted a photo of the meeting on X, but did not provide an update on the status of Abrego Garcia, whose attorneys are fighting to force the Trump administration to facilitate his return to the U.S. I said my main goal of this trip was to meet with Kilmar, Van Hollen wrote on X, with a photo of the two men talking in what appeared to be a restaurant. Tonight I had that chance. I called his wife, Jennifer, to pass along his message of love. I look forward to providing a full update upon my return, meaning when he is out of El Salvador and hopefully on safe soil where he's able to freely speak his mind. So now we'll head on over here and look at Donald Trump's reaction, where he posts on Truth Social, Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland looked like a fool yesterday standing in El Salvador begging for attention from the fake news media or anyone grandstander. And then the White House went on to post this vandalized New York Times headline on X with the words wrongly crossed out and Maryland man crossed out with MS-13 illegal alien wrote underneath in this red crayon type font. And then it also says, who's never coming back. This is a moment that history is going to look back on. And I firmly believe that Senator Van Hollen here, history is going to look back on him kindly as he has now joined the ranks of AOC, Bernie Sanders, Senator Cory Booker, in a short list of Democrats who are taking the fight to Donald Trump in a very visceral, very notable way that the American people are going to remember for a long, long time. This is in a time when we have people like Gavin Newsom wondering if it's even the right thing to stand up for Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This is the type of action that we need from Democrats right now. We need Democrats who are willing to take a public stand and do things that visually represent the portion of the population that is very, very upset with the administration and wants a Democratic Party that is much more ready, willing, and able to fight back against Donald Trump and his fascistic tendencies that he has displayed. And I want to just say on Kilmar Abrego Garcia here, it's very relieving that the man is at least alive, but I can't say, looking at this picture, we'll zoom in here. Let's get a look at Mr. Abrego Garcia's face here. And he does not look like somebody who is all too pleased with his situation. He looks like someone who is very, very distressed here. But it is still good to see him alive nonetheless, because a lot of people were thinking that maybe the reason that they don't want him to be visited is because the Trump administration knows this guy is dead, which is thankfully not the case. And if you need any more evidence that Chris Van Hollen here is going to be remembered very fondly for going to El Salvador and making a point to see Kilmar Abrego Garcia face to face, look no further than this polling we have here from Harvard Caps Harris poll that says that 72% of the party, here, let me move my camera here. 72% of the party wants Democrats, they support Democrats like AOC and Bernie, who want to fight harder. 72% of Democrats want Democrats who fight harder. This is astounding. With you have 44% of independents who want Democrats who fight harder. And what these numbers tell me is that there is much, much more to be lost in the base support of the party by appealing to moderates, by appealing to the Republican Party and working with them. There is much, much more support to be lost by doing that than you are going to lose voters who would have came on over across the aisle if the Democratic Party was more moderate. I'm seeing a country that is bursting at the seams for a very stark and a political opposition that is taking the fight to Donald Trump in a way that people feel is adequate and is not cozying up to the administration and playing politics and trying to work with the GOP. I see a party that wants the Democrats full-heartedly to become a opposition party to Donald Trump and MAGA. And the Democrats who are doing that currently, such as Van Hollen here, are being extremely politically rewarded. And these are the Democrats, in my opinion, that are going to have a sustainable future in the Democratic Party in this country, whereas the Democrats who are more moderate and are less willing and able to take a public stance against Trump's policies, like Van Hollen did here, are going to fall by the wayside and become less and less popular until hopefully they phase out and are replaced by politicians in the Democratic Party that are able to take the fight to Trump and are much more representative of the American public's general feelings about the Trump administration, and therefore they are going to remain relevant and continue to receive political support in elections, as well as continue to be able to fundraise to keep their operations going, just because of how many people out there want Democratic candidates to take a stand against Trump. That's all I got for you guys in this one. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with someone who's into politics, and comment down below. Let me know what you think. Take care.